Right. Deep divers. Get ready, because today we are heading straight into the swamp.
Into the swamp.
We're talking Shrek 5.
Shrek 5.
And let me tell you,
Oh, yeah.
the internet is buzzing.
Yeah, the internet is buzzing for sure.
It really is.
I think what has really got everyone talking is this isn't just another cash grab sequel.
Right.
Shrek is a cultural phenomenon.
Yeah.
It defined a generation of animation, and the stakes are high for this fifth installment.
Absolutely. I mean, the original Shrek movie
Oh, yeah.
came out in 2001.
Uh-huh.
So we're talking, what, 24 years later?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So let's dive right into the biggest news.
Okay.
Zendaya
Zendaya.
is officially joining the cast.
Officially.
Zendaya.
Wow.
She's everywhere right now.
It is like Dune, Euphoria, and now she's lending her voice to the Shrek universe.
It's huge.
That's huge.
And it's not just about the star power either, you know?
Right.
Her role as Shrek and Fiona's daughter suggests a possible shift in the narrative focus. Yes.
This could be a sign that Shrek 5 is looking to explore a new generation of ogres, perhaps even paving the way for future spin-offs or sequels centered around Zendaya's character.
It's very exciting.
It is.
Now, getting Shrek 5 to the big screen has been a bit of a journey, hasn't it?
It has.
I mean, we've been hearing rumors since 2016.
Yeah.
Then there was that planned 2019 release that just kind of fizzled out.
Yeah, it's almost like a fairy tale curse, right?
Yeah.
But the constant resurfacing of Shrek 5 tells us something important.
What's that?
This franchise has serious staying power.
Okay.
Even after all these years, audiences are still hungry for more Shrek.
Yeah, I mean, it really is a cultural phenomenon.
It is.
And you know, when you've got Michael McCullers,
Yeah.
the comedic mind behind Austin Powers,
Yeah.
initially attached as a writer, it's clear they were aiming for a certain type of humor.
For sure.
I'm talking smart, irreverent,
Yes.
and maybe even a little bit edgy, which is totally in line with the original Shrek's vibe.
Absolutely. And then there's the desire to bring back the original cast.
Yeah.
Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, Eddie Murphy.
The dream team.
It really is reuniting this iconic trio. Definitely adds to the anticipation and suggests a return to the comedic chemistry that made the first few films so successful.
Yeah, I mean, casting those three together
Oh, yeah.
was really lightning in a bottle.
For sure.
Speaking of anticipation, let's talk release dates.
Release dates. Okay.
Initially, Shrek 5 was slated for July 2026.
Right.
But now it's been pushed back to Christmas 2026.
Christmas.
Do you think that's a strategic move or just a happy accident?
I would say it's a very calculated move.
Okay.
Christmas is prime time for family-friendly blockbusters.
Yeah.
By moving Shrek 5 to the holiday season, the studio is clearly signaling their confidence in this film.
Makes sense.
They're aiming for that top spot at the box office, competing with the likes of other holiday classics.
It's like they're saying, move over, Rudolph. There's a new green hero in town.
Exactly. But it's also worth remembering that there's been some pressure on this new Shrek film to, well, be better than the last one, Shrek Forever After.
Oh, yeah.
It's no secret that the fourth film didn't quite hit the mark with critics. Even IGN, a pretty reputable source for entertainment reviews, gave it a 5 out of 10.
Ouch. That's got to sting. Even Shrek can have a misstep, right?
I guess so.
But this new film seems to be taking all the right steps to avoid repeating those mistakes.
Right.
New writer, new release date, and the return to the original cast. They're clearly trying to recapture that Shrek magic.
And that's what makes this so fascinating.
Yeah.
They're not just churning out another sequel, they're consciously trying to revitalize the franchise. And the choices they're making with Shrek 5 suggest a real awareness of what worked in the past and what needs to change for the future.
Yeah. It seems like they're really putting a lot of thought into this one.
Definitely.
All right, deep divers, we've covered a lot of ground already. We've got Zendaya joining the cast as Shrek's daughter, a Christmas 2026 release date, and a studio clearly determined to make Shrek 5 a hit. If you're loving this deep dive into the Shrek universe, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more insightful breakdowns on all sorts of fascinating topics.
We're just getting started. There's still so much to uncover about Shrek 5, and I can't wait to explore the possibilities with you all.
Yeah.
You know, one of the biggest challenges for the filmmakers has to be balancing that nostalgia factor with the need to bring something new to the table.
Right.
You've got the generation that grew up with Shrek, and then
Yeah.
you have a whole new generation
Right.
who might be experiencing these characters for the first time.
Right. It's like trying to please both the diehard fans who can quote every line from the original movie And the kids who are just discovering the magic of a talking donkey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll use the music to bridge that gap.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, let's be real.
The
Arkham soundtracks were legendary.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a believer, all-star. These songs are ingrained in our pop culture DNA.
I'm still belting them out in the shower, and now imagine Zendaya lending her vocal talents to the Shrek universe.
Oh, wow.
She could totally bring a fresh contemporary sound while still honoring that classic Shrek vibe.
Picture a power ballad about teenage ogre angst sung by Zendaya.
Yeah.
Instant chart topper, but let's not get too carried away with musical daydreams just yet.
Okay.
We still need to address the elephant in the swamp.
All right.
The fact that Shrek 5 has to be better than Shrek Forever After.
Yeah, that 5 out of 10 from IGN still stings a bit. I mean, every franchise has its ups and downs, right?
Yeah.
Look at Star Wars. Even they had those prequels that divided the fandom.
True. But the key is to learn from those missteps.
Right.
And with Shrek 5, they've had years to work on this script to really think about where they want to take these characters. And this world, bringing back the original cast and adding Zendaya to the mix seems like a pretty good start.
It feels like they're injecting new life into the franchise, like giving it a big green energy boost. But what story will Shrek 5 actually tell? Where do we find Shrek and Fiona all these years later?
That's the million-dollar question. Are they still living happily ever after in their swamp? Are they empty nesters now that their daughter's a teenager? Maybe they're dealing with classic ogre parent problems like how do you teach your teenage daughter to roar properly, or what happens when she brings home her first ogre boyfriend?
Oh my God, can you imagine Shrek trying to intimidate his daughter's suitor? That's comedy gold right there. But seriously, the fact that Zendaya is voicing Shrek's daughter suggests that she might be a major focus of the story.
It makes you wonder if Shrek and Fiona might take a bit of a backseat in this one. We could be looking at a coming-of-age story set within the Shrek universe. Maybe something with a similar vibe to Brave or Moana?
Whoa, that's an interesting thought. A Shrekified coming-of-age story that could be really cool. Maybe Shrek and Fiona's daughter is struggling to find her place in the world, trying to balance her ogre side with her own unique identity.
Exactly, and who better to portray that struggle than Zendaya?
Right.
She's known for playing complex, relatable characters, and I can totally see her bringing that depth to a teenage ogre trying to figure out who she is.
Maybe she doesn't want to follow in her parents' footsteps. Maybe she dreams of leaving the swamp and going to ogre college. Or maybe she wants to be a knight-errant rescuing damsels in distress instead of being the damsel herself.
I love where your head's at. That would be such a fun subversion of classic fairy tale tropes, and it would fit perfectly within the Shrek universe. Remember, Shrek was all about challenging those traditional narratives.
Right. It was clever, irreverent, and had a big heart. So if Shrek 5 can capture that same magic, but with a fresh perspective and a new generation of characters,
then we might be in for a real treat.
I'm already counting down the days until Christmas 2026.
Me too, and I'm sure our listeners are as well, by the way. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the swampy world of Shrek, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more deep dives coming your way on all sorts of fascinating topics.
You know what else has me really intrigued?
What's that?
The Donkey spinoff.
Oh, yeah.
We know Eddie Murphy's on board.
He is.
But what kind of adventures will Donkey get up to on his own?
That's a great question. A solo Donkey movie opens up so many possibilities. Will it be a prequel exploring Donkey's life before he met Shrek? Or maybe a side story running parallel to Shrek 5?
I'm picturing Donkey getting tired of Shrek's grumpiness and deciding to go on a soul-searching journey. He could travel the world, meet exotic animals, maybe even start his own Donkey Kong-style band.
Now that's an image, but it raises an interesting point. Would Donkey still be the same lovable, talkative sidekick outside of his dynamic with Shrek?
Right.
Would we see a different side to him?
Maybe he discovers hidden depths and talents we never knew he had. He could be the hero of his own story.
Absolutely. And think about the comedic potential. Donkey leading his own adventure, that's bound to be hilarious.
It almost makes you wonder if Shrek might make a cameo appearance in the Donkey spinoff.
Oh.
A little role reversal with Donkey as the main attraction and Shrek playing the supporting role.
Ooh, that would be a fun twist.
Yeah.
It would be a clever way to tie the two projects together and give fans a taste of what to expect in Shrek 5.
So much to look forward to. But before we get lost in the swamp of speculation, let's wrap things up with the key takeaways from today's deep dive.
Okay.
We've got Zendaya joining the cast as Shrek's daughter, a Christmas 2026 release date, a Donkey spinoff in the works, and a studio clearly determined to revitalize the franchise. It's a good time to be a Shrek fan.
Couldn't agree more. And don't forget the potential for Shrek 5 to introduce new characters and themes while still honoring what made the original so beloved.
So, dear listeners, as we anxiously await the arrival of Shrek 5 and the Donkey spinoff, let's keep the conversation going. What are your hopes and dreams for these new films? What kind of adventures do you envision for Shrek's daughter and our favorite talking donkey?
Share your theories, your fan art, your Shrek-inspired playlists, anything and everything. Let's create a buzz that echoes all the way to Hollywood.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to The Deep Dive for more insightful deep dives on all sorts of fascinating topics. Until next time, fellow deep divers.